Format's a little doozy. I'm gonna go through a hand trap tier list so I can try to help y'all, dibby down what hand traps to try to use. Before I hop into the video, let's just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Trying to get the watch time hours, so I need y'all to click on that video so we can get there. Without further ado, let's hop to the video. We have a hand trap tier list today. These hand traps from play testing pre crossover and post crossover, these hand traps are the best to play in the main or side. I do have some suggestions for y'all in case you can't get certain hand traps. Possibility of certain hand traps, and then some hand traps just don't play. To start off, Impulse. If you can get it, play it in the main. Impulse hits so many decks. Against Malice. Against Malice, you do hit the White Rabbit special, so that way they can't get to the trap. Hopefully they don't hard open the trap. A Ryzel, it hits the Node and the Ice. I believe this. I know I'm missing some other decks, but those are like the two main decks right now. Tempa, the Chundra, I think that's the name. The red one, the Red Dragon. The Red Dragon special summon. It hits that too. Ghost Ogre in the main. Ghost Ogre is such a good card. Um, both Impulse and Ogre serves as the same purpose, but you have to have a trapping grade for Impulse. But keeping bodies off your opponent's board is very, very, very mandatory right now. With every deck needing at least two bodies, one at the absolute least. Being able to get bodies off board really helps against Malice, helps against Ryzel, helps against Ubel, Tempa, every deck in the format right now. So, Ogre in the main, Mourner in the main serves the same purpose as Imperm and Veiler, but it's quote unquote also a time card. Oh, gotta get. So, say Mourner against Malice. You Mourner the Haggard. It can still vanish for cost, but the Malice player has to link that body off, so that's 800 damage that you're taking. Although you can gain it back easily, still don't want to take that much. Stops the Tundra, Hydra, if they're special summon. Stops the Binder, the Ransom. Stops Duo Drive. Imperm in the main. Like I said, same as Mourner. And I'll put Veiler up here too. Mourner's just the worst one out of the three. Imperm is the better one because it doesn't play in the talents. And that's literally the only difference between the three. They all do the same exact thing. Except Mourner, if they take the body off the field, they take the damage. Veiler Mourner plays in the talents and thrust. Imperm negates, and it doesn't play in the thrust nor talents. Next card, Droll. Droll is phenomenal. Um, this box tournament made couple couple players skip turn because of Droll. In testing phase, I made players skip turns. At regional, I made two players skip turns because of Droll. If you have Droll, if you can get Droll, play Droll in the main. Three. Now, if you're playing Shifter in the main, if you're playing a Shifter deck that mains, the main Shifter, obviously, it's sided. But other than that, main deck. Uh, Possibly Gamma. Um, I'm gonna give you a straightforward example. Branded Fusion. Nash. Gamma. Now, just imagine Fiend Smith. Imagine Fiend Smith, Rizel, Malice, Tempa. Hmm. Don't worry, I'll wait. To be honest, I'll put it in highly suggest. Um, if it was at two, I would definitely put it in the side, but it's at one, and it's just depending on the deck that you play and the draw power that you have the chance to see it. But it's not worth playing the brick. It's not worth playing the drop. And then there's impulse. So you kind of have to pick and choose. But Allure Darkness, Ash, Gamma. Now you just gave your Fiendsmith Malice player two bodies, and they're about to have a third body. So highly suggest Gamma if you have the Gamma and you don't have any other of the hand traps that I list here. Ash in the main. I've played without Ash in the main before. I played it in the side. I played without it, and I always go back to her. Always go back to Ash. Ash just it hits every deck in the format right now. Malice, it hits the white binder draw, a special summon draw. It hits the TB11. It hits the allure and Ryzel. It literally hits every of the monsters except for Node because Node doesn't special summon from the deck, but it hits Stode, Ice, X, Duo Drive, Fiendsmith, either hit the engraver ad or the track ad, preferably the track. Because either way, if you add engraver, then they still get the engraver engraved. See what I did there? Full loss in the side. I'm going into regionals. I main deck full loss, and there was times where I opened it, but talents is so big this format that you don't want to play in the talents and give your opponent free information. So you just have to shotgun it in your opponent's draw phase or standby phase and kind of just hope and pray that they play into it or reveal what they're playing so you can play against your opponent better. But post side, I feel like full loss is a lot better. I'm going in, don't know what you're going to be playing. Every area is different. But every deck special summons from the deck and the extra deck. So full loss on the side, have more high impactful hand traps in the main, and then just have blowout hand traps in the side. So full loss in the side. Uh, Possibly contact C. Um, like I said before, and I'll probably say it again throughout the video. If you cannot get full loss, Ash, Impulse, Droll, Ogre, Imperm, or any of these reprints that have come out, except Impulse. you can play Contact C. Contact C can help you against your Ryzo matchup, Goblin Biker if you play against it, and Pearly. So with Contact C, the the owner of the card cannot XYZ, Link, Fusion, or Ritual unless they use Contact C as material. So if you go against Ryzel and you do this on say like the third special summon that locks your opponent into XYZ and you Contact C, and if they're not playing Donner, it's a turn skip. If they play Donner, then they just play through it. Same thing with Flying C. Both of them serve as the same purpose. Um, More so against your Ryzo matchup. Ghost Bell, I will put Ghost Bell in the side. There's a lot of Vistials in the main deck right now. So if you have the room to play the Bell, I would main deck the Bell. But if you're going in blind, like no research, no nothing, but you always like Bell, I would side the Bell. So I say this again. For those that know the meta, that have been playing since crossover has released, Bell in the main. For those of you that haven't done research and don't know the meta, put Bell in the side. For the next card, Lancia in the side. Um, I wouldn't main Lancia at the moment. Not right now. Lancia in the side is just it's become a thing now because of Malice. But it doesn't just hit Malice; it also hits Cash Terra. Yeah, hits Fiend Smith. Then the next I consider as a hand trap are the Bestials in the main, Magnemite, Druid Worm, Baldric. However you do it, the Magnemite, two Druids, whatever floats your boat. But definitely in the main deck, there's a lot of Fiend Smith, a lot of Malice. So having the Bestials in the main to counter the Fiend Smith, it's actually really good. On at regionals, I actually Magnemutted my opponent's Requiem from Grave, and he wasn't expecting it, so it was actually pretty good. A Nib in the main, Nib literally hits every deck right now, and a lot of players are overextending, and with really no hard negates, it's uh it's just easy for Nib to just come down. Um, Phantasme, possibly, like I said, if you can't get some of the hand traps, Phantasme is a wonderful card against Malice. And that's it. Malice is the only. I mean, you could play it against Fiendsmith too. Like if you know your area is on Fiendsmith, then you can just play Phantasme and then get the draw two at least. Purge, highly suggest. If you're not playing Malice or a deck that doesn't affect you, by the restrictions of Purge, highly play it. For the next card, the other more charming Perulia in the side. Not many decks are normal summoning or special summoning from the hand at the moment, but there still are Ubel, some other decks out there. I know Ubel's one, so Flu's still running around. Ritual Beast is still running around. So yeah, Perulia in the side is very good for just for those matchups. Shifter, don't play it. Say no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Shifter in the side. Some decks are playing Shifter in the main, so look out for that. But Shifter Shifter hits every other deck except for Malice. And looking back at this, don't play that. Don't play that. Just don't play the Contact C or the Flying C. If it's like last minute resort and you can't get nothing else, then get those and just pray that your other hand traps help you. But yeah, just don't play those. The rest of these are a lot better than these two. So, with that being said, there's a hand trap tier list for post crossover. Hope y'all enjoy, and until next time, peace.